Evening, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Great story today because the English have ever been a thorn in the side of their Irish neighbours. Everybody knows that. They're terribly selfish. They don't look out for the relatives across the Irish Sea. And being someone that's always been egalitarian and had a soft spot for our Irish chums, I think it's lovely to see that we've finally shared some of the rich gifts that we've been given from our colonial brethren with those warm souls in Dublin. Because I've got an update about that. You remember that stabbing that I told you about that nobody wanted to talk about? Because it was a little bit, politically incorrect. They're more than happy to tell you about Seamus McDogshit from Pyra or Ryra sticking a bomb in the Arndale Centre or smashing someone's kneecaps in with a hammer because the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad bought a Jack Russell off a bloke from Belfast. But they don't want to tell you about a different religious conflict. So I guess I'll have to do it, won't I? From the Irish Examiner, yeah, the BBC and Channel 4 and Sky News didn't want to tell you, but these boys did. The Gardaí believe teen who stabbed her army chaplain has a radical mindset from a different religion that never causes any bother, so let's not talk about that. Yeah, so turns out, finally, we have shared the gift that keeps on giving. And by gift, I do of course mean tens of thousands of barely literate, knife-wielding followers of the pot-bellied epileptic desert midget with the 9-year-old wife. You're welcome, lads. Okay, no surprise to anybody that pays any attention, but I thought I'd cover this for our chums across the Irish Sea because I'm presuming nobody on their television or radio networks wants to talk about it either. 16-year-old has been denied bail after the Gardaí say there is a genuine fear the accused may interfere with potential witnesses. And by interfere with potential witnesses, they mean run at them with a hissing backpack and scatter them across a 40-mile radius. The 16-year-old boy, who cannot be named because he is a minor, and also because his name is one of 15 spellings of the name that starts with the letters Michael Oscar Hotel, and it's terribly confusing for Irish journalists, was charged with stabbing Paul Murphy at Renmore Barracks on Thursday. Mr. Murphy, aged in his 50s, was attacked around 10:35pm and taken to University Hospital. He is recovering from multiple injuries of peace after undergoing surgery. The teenage boy was brought before a sitting of the Children's Court in Galway where he was charged with assault causing harm. Assault causing harm. I love that. Why can't you just call a spade these days? What do you mean assault causing harm? How about sticking a piece of rusty steel into a bloke's kidneys 14 times? Assault causing harm could be a slap across the chops. A black eye is harm, isn't it? Feel like they're trying to, dress this down a little bit. Detective Sergeant Paul McNulty told the court the attack was frenzied and the Gardaí believe the accused holds a radical... Whoa. We all know that isn't a problem. It definitely isn't a problem. Yes, occasionally... a Libyan redecorates the Manchester Evening News Arena in brain matter grey, blows up a bus or a subway train, and, possibly drives through the borough market, flattening children like frogs because of some tenuous link to a global religious conflict that's got absolutely bugger all to do with a 10-year-old girl out shopping with a mum in the south of England. But that is not the problem. The media has told us what the problem is, and it is blokes like the Irish git on Twitter telling us factually accurate things. I mean, listen to this.
Taoiseach Harris says the era of self-regulation by social media companies is over. He's prepared to meet Elon Musk and other social media company executives to discuss Irish government plans for financial sanctions and personal liabilities for failing to remove harmful content. What is harmful content and who decides what harmful is? For example, you could say that my content is harmful. It's truthful and evidence-based, but it's harmful to the establishment and the mainstream narrative. This is a Sinn Féin account, calling for Gardaí to be given laws to beat Irish people to within an inch of their lives. Is that harmful content? Or is that acceptable because it's the big bad far away far right that they're talking about?
I need to sit down for a moment. I might have deployed to multiple war zones, but I'm not prepared to deal with such appalling rhetoric from a mild-mannered man with a ginger beard and a flat cap. That is what we really need to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the pleasant teenagers from distant lands ventilating practitioners of Christianity for no apparent reason on the once peaceful streets of Ireland. No, we need to deal with the hatred that I've just been forced to endure. I'll tell you what, someone get him a plane ticket, fly him to London so Keir Starmer has an excuse to stick some electrodes on his testicles, tape him onto a wicker seat, and then bash his plums wafer thin with a doorstop in a football sock a la James Bond on Casino Royale. That's what we need to worry about. Because religious people heal quickly from knife wounds. They just pray to Jibu and he takes care of them. But people like Owen Jones and Irish Guardian readers, they need to be protected from mild-mannered men in flat caps. That's what we should be worrying about. Conor Breen of Galway Gardaí Station told the court the accused was arrested on Thursday and charged at 23:31 on Friday. Mr. Breen told the court the accused made no reply to the charge under caution, and the accused solicitor has applied for bail on his behalf. Nice to see that the Irish are also spending money for his legal representation. Will nobody think of those poor, starving, dirty, thieving, slimy, lying lawyers? Yeah, glad to see they're getting taken care of. Sergeant McNulty said the state was objecting to bail over what he described as an indiscriminate, unprovoked and frenzied attack. No, but it's not unprovoked, is it? Because I've been reading The Guardian and the BBC and I've been listening to Channel 4. It's not unprovoked. It's a response to centuries of vile aggression from the colonists in Ireland. Hang on. They didn't really have a massive empire, did they? The Irish. They're not renowned for marching across the world bayoneting natives. Unless my history's off, I'm pretty sure the primary exponents of European colonialism were the British, the French, the Portuguese, the Spanish, occasionally the Italians and the Germans. I don't think the Irish are usually mentioned there, but they used to join in with the British, so basically he deserved it, yeah. He definitely deserved it. He should feel terribly guilty. And if he had any honour, he would open up his shirt and go, "Stab me again, Akbar." The detective said Mr. Murphy outlined that he was driving back to base and stopped to gain entry when he encountered an individual. He pressed a button to roll down his vehicle's window, and it is alleged that the accused lunged at the chaplain with an 8-inch hunting knife, which was later recovered from the scene. Just a word of advice for any religious people watching this. I know you want to emulate Christ, but Christ was a trained martial artist. Everybody knows this. That's how he knocked 10 bells of shite out of all them moneylenders in the temple with omnipresent kung fu. I just want to tell normal religious practitioners, if you see a swarthy foreign gentleman with an 8-inch style hunting knife gesturing towards you, do not roll down your windows, okay? I'm just putting that out there. Jesus said, if a man slaps you on your left cheek, you should offer him your right. He didn't say, roll down your windows the instant you see a fella with a hunting knife and his face contorted into a snarling expression of rage. The court heard the chaplain had 7 deep lacerations to his arms and cuts on his body and face. Okay, so there you go. We've finally exported the practitioners of the most peaceful religion in the whole world to the Irish people. You are very welcome, lads. I hope we helped facilitate this and they came in a bathtub to arrive in Folkestone, took a megabus over to Liverpool and then jumped on the ferry, because it would please me greatly to see that the English are finally sharing the fruits of their colonialism with their Irish brothers and sisters. I love to see it. It really warms my cockles. Fingers crossed this will be a trend that continues and the next U2 concert in Dublin is also enriched via the medium of a teenage Libyan with a pocket full of ball bearings and rat poison, enriching the crowd further. All right, brilliant. You're welcome, Irish Git. You can have that for now, mate. Love your content if you happen to see this. And yeah, if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. So that's me for the day. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you all very soon. Let me know what you think in the comments as usual. And cheers. Toodle pip.